Gigantic and Fable Legends extend their betas for further development time. Trove kicks off its PvP content. Path of Exile launches its Talisman Challenge Leagues, and MechWarrior Online finally makes its way to Steam. What's happening, guys? James Blon here with MMOHuts.com, the quick weekly recap for MMO news and announcements for the week ending December 14th, 2015. And starting off the news this week is some interesting news from Motiga with Gigantic. This past week, it was announced that there have been some company layoffs recently, along with the official release date for Gigantic getting postponed into 2016 with no specific target date. According to the official post, the development studios have come to the conclusion that the game needs more beta development time, and the change in schedule means that Motiga had to cut some costs and therefore had to lay off 16 employees at the studio. Now, you've got to think about it this way. They're developing a game with a finite amount of cash in hand and an expected finish date. They're not producing any money along the way with cash shops and founders packs, almost like everybody else seems to be doing nowadays. So if they run into any snags in development time, causing it to take longer, it causes them to spend more money, and they've got to cut costs. And unfortunately, it's workers a lot of the time. The good news is each of the employees are receiving severances and job placement assistance, and keep in mind, this won't result in a loss of quality when it comes to the game itself. We still have a lot to look forward to. And on a similar note, I blame Windows 10. Fable Legends developer Lionhead Studios has decided to extend its closed beta to continue to listen to feedback from players and add features and polish that will push it to the launch quality level they're looking for. This means the game won't release into open beta before the end of 2015 like it was expected. So in their case, they're wanting to extend development before they feel it's ready, and they can comfortably do so without cutting costs. The new status update video you see playing here talks about the plans. The developers are inviting an additional 100,000 players to the closed beta over the next couple of weeks in return, but now the open beta has been rescheduled for spring of 2016. Next up, a couple of games are already starting their holiday or wintertime celebration events, starting with Skyforge, who now seems to be making a pack for every occasion, and a trailer for that matter. There are 2 winter packs available set at different prices. One includes the Gunner class unlocked, and the other that includes the Archer class. Now, the Gunner pack includes the New Year Gall mount that kind of looks like a reindeer that ran through a decorated Christmas tree. I think that's a good way to explain it. Both packs give you costumes and plenty other cosmetic and consumable items. You can purchase each pack separately or purchase them as a bundle for a discounted price. Now, the winter celebration in Skyforge has already started and is going on until January 6th. Likewise, NCSoft and Carbide Studios announced Wildstar's Protostar Gala Winterfest Extravaganza. It's a long name. It's starting up this Wednesday, the 16th, and lasting through the first day of the new year. So, January 1st, if you didn't catch that. Seeing that the event takes place at Protostar's Super Mall in the Sky, Winterfest is all about seasonal shopping tradition. Therefore, you can expect to see specials running on hard-to-find in-game items alongside new content like costumes, housing items, public events, daily quests, and more. Besides just Skyforge and Wildstar, you can definitely expect to see plenty other games celebrate this season starting this week. The week before last, I mentioned that Ghost in the Shell Online First Assault was headed to Steam soon, and this past week, Nexon America and Neopol announced the early access program for the game that starts on Steam and standalone client today, in fact, December 14th. For those of you who haven't heard or don't know the anime, this game lets players join Section 9, an elite force of cybernetically enhanced combat operatives responsible for protecting society, and leap beyond humanity by upgrading and augmenting themselves, hacking enemy weaponry to coordinate calculated attacks, and utilize skill sync to share cyber skills with other characters in-game. So yeah, the skill sync system sounds pretty cool to me from what I can tell. Hopefully it's not a generic shooter with the Ghost in the Shell IP in order to grab people's attention. Luckily, Bakerman Brad is going to hop into the game early this week to check it out and bring you guys a first look. For now, pick up more information about the early access at the site post at MMOHuts.com. Next up, we see a massive update to Crossfire North America launch this past Thursday. The update is known as Crossfire 2.0. It includes completely overhauled models and textures across the game, a new VIP character named Viper. You know it's always crazy when they name them Viper, especially when they look like this. New weapons, player profiles, game statistic tracking, a new ribbon system, and a UI overhaul, just to name a few. So basically, they took the game from its 2007 graphic look and brought it to at least 2010. However you consider it, it looks a lot better, that's for sure. 2 new game modes have also gone live with this update, the AI bot mode simulation team deathmatch and competitive ranked match system. Head over to the site post to pick up more details about the update, and stop by the giveaway section at MMOHuts.com for some new in-game items. Also last week, Trove released its major PvP update that I've talked about in the past. As of now, the game mode is Capture the Flag, and as you gain experience in the battle arena, you increase your battle level. As you rank up, you'll receive Battle Factor, which determines the maximum number of battle boxes you can earn each week. That's a lot of battle. These battle boxes contain banners your character can equip that grants additional stats that vary by quality and are only active when in PvP combat. With this update, you're also able to build your very own custom battle arena in your club world, which is really cool. You get to decide where each team starts, where the flag spawns, where capture flags are returned, the location of every power-up, a couple of turrets here and there just for good measure. You know, the whole 9 yards. Battle, 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 MOBA. Sorry, I had to say that. Too much battle. Also in Trove news, they've introduced the Chloromancer class that is literally stemming from the Rift Primalist class. This new class brings Trove healing to an entirely new level. Head over to the official page to learn more or start playing the new class tomorrow, December 15th. And speaking of updates, it looks like I made my first look on Paladins a couple of days too early because closed beta patch 0.9 is definitely a game changer. First up, champion masteries have been introduced, so now you gain experience for playing normal matches that will level up your champion mastery of the champion that you're playing. These mastery levels go from 1 to 25, with each mastery level granting you a random card for that champion. Now the siege engine and game mode have been tweaked a little bit as well, making the match lengths a little bit shorter, around the 15-minute mark, by reducing the time it takes to spawn a point from 30 seconds down to 15, and also weakening the gates while strengthening the siege engine itself. Now, the maximum in-match level is level 5, so players will choose their 5th card and then stop leveling. No more going back to reselect cards after level 5. Changes have also been made to the maps, champions for balancing purposes, and cards as well. There's even a new card rarity called Specialty Cards, which is designed to be drawn first before any other cards to kick off your match into a specific playstyle, specializing your build in a certain direction. Lots of changes have been made in this update, which is surely expected in a beta state the game is in. Check out the new patch preview video at the site post to get all of the details on the latest patch. Another content update launching this week on the 15th is the Harbinger Awakens patch for Dungeon Defenders 2. This new patch includes a new story, improved loot with less trash, and a new boss, the Harbinger. The new boss takes on players on his airship, which is cool, plus some of it is a play on the new Star Wars movie coming out this week, especially the new legendary galactic weapons that you can get by joining the Steam community. There are also 4 new weapons that can drop from the Harbinger himself. Each of these weapons can drop with either a defense passive or a hero damage passive. Pick up the details at the site post linked in the description below. Next up, Path of Exile kicks off its new Talisman Challenge Leagues with update 2.1.0. The Talisman Challenge League, like I mentioned before, features monsters possessed by ancient and corrupted talismans, amulets infused with the power of the first ones. The ancient magic of these relics will fill creatures with power, making them a difficult challenge for those who engage them, though doing so will grant you the powerful talisman they wield. If, you can fend off the nearby creatures looking for that power first. Over time and collecting, players can sacrifice sets of 5 different talismans from a similar tier to summon a powerful possessed monster. Defeating the summoned creature allows the player to claim a new higher tier talisman, and the process goes on. This new update also introduces Rigwald, the Wolven King, a new in-game boss that poses a lethal threat, possessed by the greatest of talisman. And beyond just that, 2.1.0 features plenty new unique items, support gems, and spells. Not to mention this update increases the variety of skills available for bow users and poison-based characters. So it's a pretty large update with a really cool new challenge league. But it's not even close to as large as the Ascendancy expansion coming early next year. Either way, definitely looking forward to both. On a slightly similar note, as a reminder, Devilian launched this past week along with a brand new launch trailer you see playing here. According to the official site post, if you missed out on the Founders Packs, they've created a brand new set of Founders Packs. Because there aren't enough Founders Packs already. These packs each possess a different focus depending on what you're looking for, and seeing that it's a try-on game, you also have access to the monthly subscription patron service that gives you extra experience and Devil Souls, additional daily attendance points for in-game items, and more. So they might have a premium service, but at least there are no labor points. That's all I have to say about that. Another interesting bit of news from Petroglyph Games, Mytheon has made an unsuspected return. Shut down back in 2011, Mytheon is a MMORPG with a blend of action, role-playing, and strategy elements where players advance through mythology-themed dungeons using a deck of collectible spell stones. The game was originally free-to-play and I suppose didn't have enough money to last longer than 6 months in 2011, but now it's back on Steam, available now as a one-time buy-to-play game with no microtransactions whatsoever. So far, the Steam reviews are positive. If you want to give it a shot yourself, it's going to cost you just under $5 to own. And finally, for a last bit of news, Piranha Games finally released MechWarrior Online on Steam this past week, along with several feature trailers and Steam packs for purchase. So far, from the looks of things, launching on Steam brought in a decent amount of new players. Looking at the Steam charts, there are about 3,000 concurrent players on at any given time. But this isn't it. The developers have spotlighted the changes made to the game since its launch in 2013 with a new 2-year review trailer you see playing here. But they've also provided a look ahead to the new year with the planned release of Faction Play Phase 3, the release of the decal customization system, and the very first official tournament with a $100,000 seeded prize pool. Not bad. Lots of changes coming. Check out the site post to see the new trailers and pick up the details, and expect to see a jump in player interest in MechWarrior Online. Anyway guys, that's about it for all the major MMO news and announcements for this week. If you're looking for more information about the games featured in the recap, check the links in the description below. Otherwise, head over to MMOHuts.com to pick up plenty more up-to-the-hour news on your favorite free-to-play games and more. Feel free to discuss the news in the comments below and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.